Namaste and a very, very good morning to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the split file option. To demonstrate how the split file option works, I will be using a file which is called as employee data set. Let me go to the file menu. The second option here is open. Within open, the very first item here is data. There are many files that SPSS provides. I will access the file which is called as employee data set. Let me click on open. This produces the employee data set. You can see here in the display, you have employee ID information, the gender of the employee, birth date, education level of the employee, his job category, what's his current salary and beginning salary are also given. Next, we have variables like job time, previous experience, and whether he belongs to the minority community or not. First, what I will do is I will demonstrate how to produce a pie chart, then show what is the impact of split file on the same output. So let me go to Analyze menu, then choose the option Descriptive Statistics. Here, the very first item is what is called as frequencies. The frequency dialog box opens up. Here, I can choose any categorical variable. I will choose the categorical variable, namely job cat. Once I select this particular variable, I will go to the charts tab, which is located at the top right-hand side corner. In the charts option, you see three different options, namely bar chart, pie chart, or a histogram. I will choose the pie chart. Click on continue and then say OK. Look at the output of what the frequency option gives. It gives me a table, and the table has columns like frequency of each category, the percentage, the valid percentage, as well as the cumulative percentage. Many times it becomes a bit difficult to read the table. Hence, we can look at the graph, which is a lot easy on the eyes. There are three colors here, blue, green, and red. The blue color corresponds to clerical category, the red corresponds to custodial, and the last one, green color, corresponds to the managerial category. When you look at the dominant blue slice, almost 75% of the pie chart is colored with the blue color, indicating that clerks are the ones who are dominating the job category. Most of the employees who are working in this organization are clerks. Then you look at the green colored slice, that corresponds to managerial category. After clerks, the managers are the ones who are dominating the job category. There is a thin slice corresponding to the red category, which indicates that this is for the custodial job category. So predominantly we have the clerks, followed by managers, and lastly we have custodials. So a normal SPSS operation would give you a table and a chart. Suppose I want to analyze the same thing separately for males and females. I don't need to do this twice by using the select option. If you have to do this in R or Python, maybe you have to write a for loop for each of the categories of gender you want this table and chart, which is slightly difficult. Now, what I'll do is I'll open up the SPSS file. This is where the split file option comes into picture, because a split file helps me split based on the categories of a categorical variable, and it helps me arrange the output category wise. How does split file operation work? Let me split the file firstly. I'll go to the data menu. In the data menu, last but second option is what is called as the split file option. Let me choose the split file. This opens up a new dialog box, which is called as the split file dialog box. There are 3 items here. Analyze all cases, do not create groups. This is as good as not splitting the file. Second one is compare groups. This mostly sorts the data based on the categories. It also arranges the output. What I am interested in would be the last option, namely organize the output by groups. You'll see the impact of this in the output window. You will need to specify a categorical variable under groups based on. You can specify any categorical variable. I will choose the variable gender. You can see here, sort the file by grouping variable. This is the default option. Right now, when you look at the variable gender, it is not sorted. You can see the first 2 cases are males, and then you have females, then again you have males. If you choose the option, sort the file by grouping variables, as the name itself suggests, this would sort the categorical variable. I will choose the option OK. You don't see anything in the output except that there is a message which indicates sort cases by gender, split file separate by gender. Let me go to the file menu. You can see here there is a message which says split by gender. This is the message split by gender. And you can see the variable gender, all the females are lined up right at the top. And when I scroll down, you can see all the male employees are arranged after the female employees. For a string data, this sorts based on alphabetical order. But the real use of a split file is not in sorting. It would be in breaking out the output for different categories. I earlier showed you how to do a frequency, and within frequency, we saw a pie chart. Let me open up the same frequency option. I'm not going to make any changes as far as the job category. Let me click on charts. I will again choose pie chart. Continue. Here, if I click on OK, you can expect 2 different outputs. One for males and the second one for females. Why? Because of this action that we have done, that is split by gender. So any analysis that you do, not just graphs, it could be regression, it could be correlation, it could be ANOVA, it would be arranged for different categories. Let's see how this works. Let me click on OK. This is the output of the frequencies. Let us look at the earlier frequency table. You had one consolidated output for the entire data set. Now, when I look at the frequencies, you see 2 different outputs arranged one below the other. The first one is for gender equals females. So this table also is a reflection for the female employees only. If you want to see what is happening with the male employees, you can choose the option gender equals males, and now you can see the output for males. So this option is very, very useful, because if you have 28 or 30 stores, you can't perhaps do the same analysis 28 times. With the split file option, in one click of the mouse, the analysis will be replicated for all 28 groups. So this is the consolidated output where you saw clerks, custodials, managers. It did not throw any insight. Now, when I examine only the female employees, what is really, really interesting is you see only 2 groups, namely clerks and managers. That is, the females in this organization are working either as clerks or as managers. The pie chart only confirms the information that we had in the table. You see a predominantly blue colored slice indicating that majority of the female employees are working as clerks, only few of them are working as managers. Let's look at the male category. When you look at the male category, here you see 3 groups: clerks, custodials, and managers. Let me again go back to the earlier table. For females, you have only two groups, clerks and managers. But for the males, you have clerks, custodials, and managers. Accordingly, the pie chart also shows three groups for the managerial category. So this is the benefit of using the split file. It splits the entire data set and arranges the output based on the categorical variable that you have specified. This is very useful, especially when you want to study multiple groups. With this, I have come to the end of today's presentation. I hope you have liked this video. I request you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great day.